What's up, co-reporters, and welcome back to my channel. The L's just keep on rolling in for Sean P. Diddy Combs, as they should. So in the latest hit that he's taking, it turns out that the disgraced rapper and music mogul was supposed to actually be starring in a Hulu show about his family entitled Diddy Plus 7, signaling Diddy himself and his 7 children. But in light of all of the misconduct allegations against him that started with the initial complaint from his former girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, all these companies that have been working with him or even like vaguely associated with him have been jumping ship. Diddy has been forced to step down from his position as president of Revolut temporarily, or chairman. He has also had to step back from Ciroc. Like the list truly does go on. Macy's has also pulled his clothing line off of their racks. They're phasing it out. And now, most recently, we're hearing about Hulu. So for those of you who are not exactly in the loop, Cassie filed a lawsuit about Diddy in November where she accused him of forcing her to have intimate relations with escorts, to look them up on Craigslist and whatnot and recruit them. She had claimed that he kicked her in the face, busting her nose and lip. She claimed that he blew up rapper Kid Cudi's car when he felt like they were dating and Cassie was about to leave him for Kid Cudi. There are just so many shocking, disturbing allegations here, you guys. And I haven't even touched on how she claimed that P. Diddy filmed all of these, exploits that he had her engage in against her will. Now, Diddy, he wound up settling that lawsuit that Cassie filed against him almost immediately, you guys. This was the fastest settlement that I've ever seen. It was settled in just about 24 hours, which is almost unheard of. If you've heard of a lawsuit settling in about 24 hours or less, right, where someone is being accused of misconduct, actual misconduct, human trafficking, and all sorts of other disturbing things, please do let me know. But for the time being, based off what I've seen and what I've heard, this is the only time I've seen it go down. Now, after Cassie opened the door for other alleged and probable victims of P. Diddy to step forward, you know what happened? The lawsuit started rolling in, one after the other after the other. In fact, there was even a day when 2 lawsuits were filed on the same day. A lot of people have been wondering, why is it that these women are now stepping forward to talk about P. Diddy and their traumatic experiences with him? Well, it's because New York's Adult Survivors Act was about to kind of run out. So these were the final moments that they had to go ahead and file their lawsuits and speak their piece. So we know for now that Diddy has settled the lawsuit that Cassie brought forward against him almost immediately. But the other 3 lawsuits, they still are within the hands of the justice system. Diddy has not settled them. And in fact, he has actually taken to his Instagram account to accuse these women of just trying to ruin his name and his reputation. He accused them of lying, a whole bunch of things. So we'll see what happens as he tries to fight the other lawsuits, what sort of information is liable to come out. I'm sure it's going to get messy because guess what? People have been coming out of the woodworks to corroborate Cassie's allegations. Her best friend and a woman that was writing some songs for her for an album stepped forward and said that she witnessed Diddy dragging Cassie away against her will to participate in some sexual activity. She witnessed him intimidating her at a karaoke bar that she was at with friends. He pulled her out of the karaoke room, cornered her with all of his bodyguards like he was going to do something to her. This is something that this woman said that she witnessed, okay? Then Kid Cudi came out and corroborated the other story that Diddy allegedly blew up his car. He said, yeah, that's true. My car blew up and Diddy was behind it. And then guess what? Former bodyguard of P. Diddy's also said that he witnessed Diddy kicking Cassie in the face. Okay, so I think that these companies are doing very, very well to distance themselves from him. And Cassie was smart in her lawsuit by suing not only Diddy, but every single company and enterprise that he has ever been associated with. So now it makes it difficult for him to be insurable within these companies. He is too big of a liability. And that's why you are seeing him be dropped left, right, and center from all of these major deals. Who would have thought that he would ever be dropped from Ciroc? In fact, for the first couple of years or first like long time, I thought Ciroc was his own brand. I didn't know he was like an influencer for it, and alas, that, which has to be one of his biggest, if not his biggest partnership ever, is over. It's done. Right? They said back in the day when Diddy's name was still clean, his partnership with them brought in an estimated $1 billion, and they were still willing to get rid of him. This is huge. This is groundbreaking. So it does not surprise me that now you've got, who is it? Hulu saying, you know what? This family show that we were working on with you, P. Diddy, and all of your children. By the way, his twins and his other daughter, I think her name is Chance, they're about the same age because he got another woman pregnant at the same time that he got Kim Porter pregnant. Anyway, you guys, this reality show that we were working on with you that had its title, that was greenlit, and I probably filmed a couple of episodes already. It's all nice and everything, but we can't be seen or us with you, Diddy, or associated with you. So we're going to have to drop it, which I think is a huge hit, especially for his twin daughters, right? Because they've been slowly working on building up their modeling careers over the years. And now things were ramping up this year. And guess what happens now? Boom, it's over. It's done. There's nothing else that they can do. Right. I think that this show was going to be a huge launching pad for them, but unfortunately it's not coming. And I think it would have been a very popular show because, up until now, people really liked Diddy. People really liked his kids, right? His kids have their own public personas and everything. Is he missing a kid here? But by the way, I feel like he's missing his son in this photo, but no, I don't think he is. Anyway, this would have been a big show. It would have helped to really catapult their modeling careers, but it's not going to work. So I do have to ask you guys, what do you think is going to happen for his kids? Because, typically the children of celebrities, they do well in Hollywood based off the goodwill that people have for their parents. And what happens when the goodwill for the parents disappears, right? So for example, Lisa Rinna. No, let's talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills as a whole. So in the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, we watched Yolanda Foster come on the show to give her daughters, Gigi and Bella, a platform to launch their modeling careers. And we saw how well that worked out. Her daughters are very, very successful models. They're called supermodels these days, which I take issue with the term and what it's become, but that's a discussion for another video. Lisa Rinna wanted to do the same, but unfortunately, Lisa Rinna positioned herself as a villain on the show. And when you were a villain, people don't really like you that much. And if people don't really like you that much, they're not really going to care for your kids as much either, just because they don't like you and they don't want anything to do with you, right? So Lisa Rinna's daughters had a harder time getting into the modeling industry, although I will say that Amelia seems to be doing quite well now. I know she was walking in Paris Fashion Week and stuff like that. I know she modeled for Yeezy. I think she's been doing other things. So that's working now, but it's harder for her than it was for Yolanda Hadid's kids, I think, because of the dislike. But here, I digress. So that's to say, I say all that to say that perhaps Diddy's twins still have a chance at making it big as models if they just continue to work hard and distance themselves from their disgraced father's image. Anyway, you guys, I've spoken long enough. I do want to know what you guys have to think about this. Did you know that Diddy was going to be launching a show on Hulu? I had literally no idea. Was it something that you were open to watching? Let me know. And let me know how you feel about him being dropped by Hulu and all of these people coming out to corroborate the claims that Cassie made about Diddy and his violent streak. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.